Welcome to a deep dive into the real dangers of dating apps, as revealed by Scott Galloway. In today's digital world, dating apps have become a primary way for people to meet and connect. But beneath the surface, there are hidden risks and consequences that many users might not realize. In this video, we'll explore what makes these platforms so influential, why they can be problematic, and what Scott Galloway believes is the true danger lurking behind the swipe. Let's begin by understanding how dating apps have changed the landscape of modern relationships. Over the past decade, dating apps have exploded in popularity. Millions of people now rely on platforms like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge to find partners. This shift has fundamentally changed how we approach dating, making it more accessible but also more transactional. Scott Galloway points out that while these apps offer convenience, they also introduce new complexities into our social lives. The sheer volume of choices can be overwhelming, and the process of swiping can sometimes feel more like shopping than forming genuine connections. One of the most significant dangers Scott Galloway highlights is the illusion of endless choice. Dating apps present users with a seemingly infinite pool of potential partners. While that might sound appealing, it often leads to decision fatigue and dissatisfaction. People may become pickier, always wondering if someone better is just a swipe away. This mindset can undermine the ability to form meaningful relationships, as users are less likely to commit and more likely to keep searching. Dating apps use sophisticated algorithms to match users, but these algorithms are designed to keep people engaged rather than help them find lasting relationships. Scott Galloway warns that the business model of these platforms relies on keeping users swiping, not settling down. This can create a cycle where people are constantly searching, rarely satisfied, and always coming back for more. The algorithms prioritize engagement over compatibility, which can distort users' perceptions of what a healthy relationship looks like. Another danger Scott Galloway discusses is the impact of dating apps on self-esteem. Constantly being judged based on photos and short bios can take a toll on users' confidence. Rejection becomes a daily occurrence, and the pressure to present a perfect image can lead to anxiety and insecurity. Over time, this can affect how people view themselves and their worth in the dating market. The gamification of dating turns personal connections into a competition, which can be emotionally exhausting. Dating apps often encourage superficial interactions. With so many profiles to browse, users may focus on looks and quick impressions rather than deeper qualities. Scott Galloway notes that this can lead to shallow connections and missed opportunities for genuine relationships. The emphasis on instant attraction can overshadow important factors like values, interests, and compatibility. As a result, many users find themselves stuck in a cycle of brief conversations that rarely lead to meaningful connections. Scott Galloway emphasizes that dating apps are businesses first and foremost. Their primary goal is to make money, not necessarily to help people find love. Many platforms use subscription models, in-app purchases, and advertising to generate revenue. This creates an incentive to keep users engaged and coming back, rather than helping them leave the app for a successful relationship. Understanding this business model is key to recognizing why some features are designed the way they are. Dating apps can also amplify inequality in the dating market. Scott Galloway points out that a small percentage of users receive the majority of attention, while many others struggle to get matches. This creates a winner-takes-all environment where the most attractive profiles dominate. Such inequality can lead to frustration, resentment, and a sense of exclusion for those who don't fit conventional standards of attractiveness. The result is a dating landscape that feels unfair and discouraging for many. The design of dating apps is intentionally addictive. Features like swiping, notifications, and instant feedback are borrowed from social media and gaming to keep users hooked. Scott Galloway explains that this can lead to compulsive behavior, where people spend hours on the app without meaningful results. The constant search for validation and new matches can become a habit that's hard to break, affecting users' mental health and real-life relationships. Privacy is another major concern with dating apps. Users share personal information, photos, and even location data, often without fully understanding how this data is used. Scott Galloway warns that this information can be vulnerable to breaches or misuse by third parties. The lack of transparency around data collection and sharing can put users at risk, making it important to be cautious about what you share online. Mental health effects of dating apps are significant. Scott Galloway highlights how constant rejection, comparison, and the pressure to perform can lead to anxiety, depression, and loneliness. The highs and lows of matching and messaging can create emotional roller coasters, making it hard to maintain a healthy mindset. It's important to recognize these effects and take steps to protect your well-being while using these platforms. Dating apps have changed social norms around relationships and dating. Scott Galloway observes that the traditional ways of meeting and connecting have shifted, with more people relying on technology to find partners. This shift has both positive and negative consequences. While it can make dating more accessible, it can also erode the importance of face-to-face interactions and traditional courtship. Understanding these changes is key to navigating the modern dating world. Photos play a central role in dating apps. Scott Galloway points out that users are often judged within seconds based on their pictures. This emphasis on appearance can lead to unrealistic standards and pressure to present a curated, often exaggerated version of oneself. The focus on visuals can overshadow other important qualities, making it harder to build connections based on personality or shared values. Ghosting has become a common phenomenon on dating apps. Scott Galloway explains that the ease of starting and ending conversations online makes it simple for users to disappear without explanation. This can lead to feelings of confusion and rejection for those left behind. The lack of accountability in digital interactions can make it harder to form trust and maintain respectful communication, contributing to a culture of disconnection. Catfishing and deception are real risks on dating apps. Scott Galloway warns that not everyone is who they claim to be online. Fake profiles, misleading photos, and dishonest intentions can make it difficult to trust others. Users must be vigilant and cautious when interacting with strangers, as the anonymity of the internet can make it easy for bad actors to take advantage of unsuspecting individuals. Any dating apps are designed to facilitate short-term connections rather than long-term relationships. Scott Galloway notes that the emphasis on instant gratification and casual encounters can make it harder for users to find lasting love. This short-term focus can lead to a cycle of fleeting interactions, leaving people feeling unfulfilled and still searching for something more meaningful. Safety is a major concern when meeting strangers from dating apps. Scott Galloway emphasizes the importance of taking precautions as not everyone has good intentions. There have been cases of harassment, scams, and even physical danger. Users should always prioritize their safety, meet in public places, and trust their instincts when interacting with new people online. Messaging is the primary way users communicate on dating apps. Scott Galloway points out that text-based conversations can be easily misunderstood, lacking the nuance of face-to-face interactions. Miscommunication is common, and it can be difficult to gauge someone's true intentions or personality through messages alone. This can lead to frustration and disappointment when meeting in person doesn't match expectation. Paradox of choice is a concept Scott Galloway often references. With so many options available, users may struggle to make decisions or feel satisfied with their choices. This abundance can lead to indecision, regret, and a constant search for something better. The result is a cycle of dissatisfaction where no match ever feels quite good enough. Relying heavily on dating apps can impact real-life social skills. Scott Galloway suggests that people may become less comfortable with in-person interactions, relying on digital communication instead. This can make it harder to build confidence, read body language, and navigate the complexities of real-world relationships. Over time, these skills may erode, making offline dating more challenging. Dating app industry is a multi-billion-dollar business. Scott Galloway highlights how the pursuit of profit shapes the user experience. From premium subscriptions to paid boosts, these platforms are designed to maximize revenue. This can create a pay-to-play environment where those willing to spend more have an advantage. The commercialization of dating can change the dynamics of how people connect and interact. Ironically, dating apps can contribute to social isolation. Scott Galloway notes that while these platforms promise connection, they can sometimes leave users feeling more alone. The focus on digital interactions can replace real-world socializing, leading to a sense of disconnection from friends and community. It's important to balance online dating with offline relationships to maintain a healthy social life. Scott Galloway warns that dating apps can manipulate user behavior. Through notifications, limited-time offers, and algorithmic nudges, platforms encourage users to stay engaged and spend more time on the app. These tactics are designed to benefit the company, not necessarily the user. Being aware of these strategies can help users make more conscious choices about how they use dating apps. Dating apps have changed what people expect from relationships. Scott Galloway observes that the abundance of options and instant gratification can lead to unrealistic standards. Users may expect perfection or immediate chemistry, making it harder to appreciate the slow process of building a real connection. Managing expectations is crucial for finding satisfaction in both online and offline dating. Gender dynamics play a significant role on dating apps. Scott Galloway discusses how men and women often have different experiences, with women typically receiving more attention and men facing more competition. These dynamics can influence behavior, expectations, and satisfaction with the platform. Understanding these differences can help users navigate the dating app landscape more effectively. Long-term consequences of dating app use are still being studied. Scott Galloway suggests that these platforms may change how people form and maintain relationships for years to come. The effects on marriage rates, family structures, and social norms could be profound. It's important to consider not just the immediate benefits and risks, but also the broader impact on society. Scott Galloway offers practical advice for dating app users. He recommends setting clear intentions, being honest in your profile, and taking breaks when needed. It's important to remember that dating apps are just one tool for meeting people, not the only way. By using these platforms mindfully and maintaining a healthy perspective, users can reduce the risks and increase their chances of finding meaningful connections. There are alternatives to dating apps for those seeking connection. Scott Galloway encourages people to explore offline opportunities, such as joining clubs, attending events, or asking friends for introductions. Building relationships in person can offer a different, often more rewarding experience. While dating apps have their place, they shouldn't be the only way to meet new people. Looking ahead, Scott Galloway predicts that dating apps will continue to evolve. New technologies, changing social norms, and shifting user expectations will shape the future of online dating. It's likely that platforms will become even more personalized and data-driven, raising new questions about privacy, fairness, and the nature of relationships. Staying informed and adaptable will be key as the dating landscape continues to change. Conclusion: Scott Galloway's insights reveal that dating apps are a double-edged sword. While they offer convenience and new opportunities, they also come with significant risks and challenges. From the illusion of choice to the impact on mental health, it's important to approach these platforms with awareness and caution. By understanding the real dangers and making informed choices, users can navigate the world of online dating more safely and successfully.